Hello, this is Pastor Manning, bringing you the Beacon of Hope podcast from Lighthouse Baptist Church at 2032 Cedar Hill Road. I have a quick thought for you. The thought is this: the time is not given. The time is not given. Tell you what I mean. Let me read to you Psalm 46, verse 10. That psalm has a very famous phrase in it. The psalm reads this way, this verse does: "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth." Here's the thought with that great verse: there's not a time frame given. In other words, it does not say how long to be still. Perhaps be still long enough to know that He is God. Perhaps be still long enough to get rested. Perhaps be still long enough to properly get things back in perspective on how we look at things. Be still and know that I am God. It's interesting that verse in that psalm is at the end of a psalm that deals with a lot of troubles and things that come into the world. Everything from battles and warfare to what we would call natural distresses such as earthquakes and things like that going on. It started out in that psalm, verse 1 says, "God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble." And then it goes down, and in the midst of all this, it says, "Be still while the waters are raging. Be still while the mountains are cast into the sea. Be still while there's threat of warfare. Be still while the heathen rage. Be still while the kingdom's removed." Why? Because the Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Be still and know that I am God. It is not designated how long. Here's the thought I had with it that'll be a help to you, I believe. It does us well to openly accept brief times to be still as well as lengthy times. In other words, there's a lot of times in our life that we don't have seasons of being still. That hours or days or some even weeks are not really a time that we are still or can be still. We're busy making a living. We're busy taking care of our families. We're busy with things which are necessary duties, not just time that is spent on superfluous things or things that could be questionable, but necessary duties keep one busy. But what about in the midst of those, having some times where you be still? What if you just took some time in your day? What if you did it today? And you decided that you were going to take some moments to be still. And not just be still, but to stop moving, turn off any outside input, put away your screens, and know that He is God. How might it settle your soul after you've agitated your soul by indulging in too much news, which it doesn't take a lot of it to be too much because of its negative slant and because of the lies that are in it. But what if you were to stop and be still and know that He is God? What about the next time you get agitated because something's going on and it seems so far out of your control that if you would just be still and know that He is God? We're not God. What about the next time you can't figure something out? You realize He is God. And you don't have to figure it all out. What about the next time you don't have enough strength for something? You realize He is God. And you don't have to have the strength. Be still and know that I am God. It's a great thought. Don't despise the small times of stillness which you could benefit from. Do not wait until there are opportunities just for larger times of stillness. Take advantage of the richness of the nuggets of stillness you can sow into every day of your living. So good thought. That's the way you think about it. Better yet, why don't you put it into practice? Have a great day, and may God's word be a blessing to you.